Yeah,
Okay, we're
I see
recording.
it.
Woo! Okay, guys. Hello, good evening, happy Wednesday. We have two more days in the month, I believe. But we wanted to hop on and do a Zoom. We all kind of have different stuff we want to talk about. So we're gonna go ahead and have Amy talk first. I'm gonna mute myself.
Hey guys. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. There are 2 days left in the month, and what I want to share with you guys tonight is I'm going to share some struggles that I've been having myself, because me personally, I know that when I first started this business and all of the leaders, we see them doing all these amazing, crazy things. They're signing customers and promoters left and right. And you are just thinking, what are they doing? How are they doing it? And why am I not doing that? And I always wondered, how they did it. It seemed like everything was just perfect for them, if that makes sense. And I'm here to tell you today that it's definitely not perfect. And I want you guys all just to know that each one of us, no matter if it's Lisa or myself or Chelsea, Abrielle, anybody, we all struggle. And it's natural, it's normal. But what sets you apart is that you just stay super consistent. I will let you guys know that September was probably like one of my toughest months. And I completely I feel like I gave up. And it's really hard to admit, but it also helps me admit that, and to you guys too, because I'm sure we all feel the exact same way. But what sets us apart is that you don't give up. And if you just keep doing what you are doing and what we are constantly sharing with you guys, being consistent, just sharing your story, not every single day, but just sharing what the products are doing for you and adding friends and just being social on Facebook. And I promise it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. So I personally just wanted to share that the struggle I had, and know that you guys aren't alone in those struggles. And if you're having them, we are here. So all you guys have to do is just reach out in the chat and ask us for help, ask us for guidance, and let us know that you're struggling. It's okay. And we've all been there. And I just want you guys to know that, because I know that when it happened to me, I felt like I was the only one going through that, if that makes sense. And come to find out, it's a natural feeling to have, because this business, it's not easy. Like I said in the post the other day, that we all signed up for a reason. So if you have to remember every single day what your why is and why you're doing this, do it, because it can help remotivate you all over again. I think that's really it that I have to say, but just be consistent. And even though these next couple months and even this month, it feels like maybe, nothing is happening, just keep planting your seeds every single day. And I promise you, next month, and especially in January, things are going to blow up. And we're all here to make sure that it happens for you guys. So I just wanted to share that with you.
No, I think that's so true too, is I feel like a lot of people do, and I know I even do it sometimes with Kristen or with Lisa, and I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, like look at them just killing it. But really they have their months of struggle, and we all do. So I'm gonna talk real quick. That way I can run and get my daughter to bed here in a minute. But there's just a few short things I wanted to go over. The first thing is, with it being the second to last day of the month, I want to help you guys all thrive for free. I think that's super important. It's so important to be on the products when you're getting them for free. There's really no excuse to not be using them, and to be a product of the product. When you're using a product and you can feel that, you feel what it's doing for you, it's not even like you're selling. You are literally just sharing how amazing you feel. So if you're not thriving for free, there's 2 more days left this month. Take advantage and really rock this month out and finish strong and get those credits. And for people that are new, kind of how you thrive for free is you need to get 2 customers that sign up on auto ship. Now they can shut that auto ship off the second after their order is placed, but it gives them a discount and it helps you get credits to thrive for free. So say you get 2 $150 orders, you're going to get $150 in credits on the second of the following month. So then all you're paying is shipping for your products. So that's something that I think is huge. And that's something for me that's been so nice, is to never have to purchase our products. The next thing is, speaking of credits, is the $25 credits. There's 2 more days that is left. Just some things to do to really benefit them is, if you have people that have been on the fence, let them know that this is the last day for it. This is the last day to get your $25 credits. Use your credits wisely. So if you have credits that you can use on top of it, what I've been doing is the tone pack, because that's a $190 sell. So you're going to get 190 in credits if you do 2 of those. But also at the same time, they get a shake every single day. And I think that, especially for people who want weight loss, but burn may be just like a little too strong for them, that is huge. And that's going to replace their breakfast and really help with that weight loss. Or just in general, I like to do 2 shakes. Sorry, somebody's distracting me. I like to do 2 shakes every day, just because I'm breastfeeding and I feel like it helps me get my nutrients. The other thing that you can do is, if you have credits, I offer balance for free. So, hey, let's get you started on the $150 Thrive experience, and I can throw in balance for free. And people are that's just gonna expedite those results, and they're gonna see results so much quicker. Balance is also only $15. Pro bars are $5 with the credits. So really pick a product or an experience and really hone in on that these last 2 days. The last thing I wanted to go over is, we've had a lot of questions on retaining customers. So kind of what I do, and if anybody else wants to chime in on this, is after I sign a customer up, I send them a quick message and I just say, hey babe, saw your order go through. I'm so excited for you to try the Thrive experience. Let me know the second you get it in, and that way I can give you the directions. That way we can really maximize your results. Or I can give you tips and tricks to maximize your results. And what that's going to do is, they're going to be like, oh, I want to know what the tips are. I want, so then they're going to reach out to you. You're going to know the day that they get it. So that day that they start it, follow up with them that day. Check in and just say, hey, at 11 o'clock, hey, I just wanted to check in and see, what do you think so far? How are you feeling? And when you ask them, how are you feeling? They can tell you, I'm feeling energized. If they start to get the jitters, okay, let's drink some water. You're detoxing. Make sure you're but that allows you to connect with them and fit in their specific needs. I follow up on the first day. I like to follow up after the first week. And then I follow up a few days before their auto ship would have run, if they shut it off, or that way they're almost out of product. I follow up with them then, and to see what was working for them. If something wasn't working, I've had people not want to reorder because they don't like the shake flavor. They don't realize that they can change it from vanilla. That's such an easy fix that we can help them, and we can retain those customers by doing the little things like that. Something else I do, which you don't have to do this, but I like to send all of my customers a handwritten thank you card, and I throw in a pro product, plus line product with it. Because I have a bunch of extra credits, and so that's what I do with them. I'll do pro bars maybe 1 month, or I will do Move, or just the Kids Thrive, different things like that I know could benefit their life. And that's something that they can add on the following month. And the last thing I do to try to retain customers is I let them know that they can thrive for free. And it's the same thing for them as it is for us, to let them know that, hey, if you have 2 people that would want to do this with you, then let's get them signed up under your link. And that way you can get your product for free next month. So you're going to get that volume next month, and you're going to get 2 more customers out of it. And you're not even really doing the work for it. And that's where true residual income is going to come in. Speaking of that, real quick, with the $25 credits, everybody who signed up off my balance post, I let them know after they had used it for 2 or 3 days and they had really good results. Hey, if you have 2 friends that would want to do this with you, you're going to get $50 in credits next month. And that $50 credits, that'll cover your shakes for next month. And then that's how I'm getting them started on the Thrive experience the following month. So I'm turning it into an upsell for the next month. So that's everything I wanted to talk about. Do you care who goes next? Chelsea, Gabrielle? Does anybody care? Chelsea, you want to go next?
Okay. I'm the preacher of positivity and consistency. So that's what I'm here to talk about. I am a very big firm believer in if you're not growing your mind, you're not growing your business, and you're going to stay exactly where you are. I learned that firsthand because for me, pouring into myself was never important to me. I never understood, why people talked about it, why it was always kind of pushed and why it was, this big deal. And when you start to pour into yourself, you start to become more positive. You start to have this different outlook on what you're capable of, on what your dreams start to turn into, because my dreams used to be this big, y'all, and I'm not even joking. And my dreams now, what I want for myself, what I want for my son, what I want for our future are huge. And I can say that's all from pouring into myself, staying positive. That doesn't mean I'm never negative. Trust me, we all have our moments. That doesn't mean you have to be positive 24/7, but it's how you handle your negativity. And for me, Michaela gets to hear my negativity. I'm a person that I get it out, I bless and release it, and I'm done with it. And that allows me to move on. So I want to highly encourage everybody, if you're not pouring into yourself, if you're not doing any sort of self-development, any sort of devotional, anything that's going to just, give you some sort of motivation, a new outlook on life. Maybe it'll help you discover a new passion or something about yourself. I highly, highly encourage it. I watch different sorts of, motivational videos on YouTube every single night, whether it's something to do with like my business and how to build my brand, how to build my business, how to work my social media, or about my mindset and staying positive and how to flip myself from being negative to positive. For me, it's become almost an addiction because you almost get this like high, I guess, for me. And you can watch this video and turn it off and be like, what did I just experience? And you can have so many aha moments in one video. And it can change your whole perspective. So, Tony Robbins, I know I say this every single Zoom. He speaks to my soul. He's amazing. He's all over YouTube. Somebody for business side of things, Gary Vee. I am 100% addicted to him. He knows what he's doing. He's built $100 million brand himself. He is the shit, for lack of a better word. So just, again, enroll in the University of YouTube and Pinterest. It will change the game for you. Trust me, give it a week. Set a goal to do some sort of self-development, whether it's for your personal mindset or for your business, for 7 days in a row, and see how you feel at the end of that week. Because I guarantee you're going to feel so much better about yourself. And going back to consistency and kind of touching on what Amy said about just planting those seeds. You're not always going to get that instant gratification from somebody, but you have to know that as long as you're growing your network, you're planting seeds every single day, only if you're consistent. If you're not consistent, then people aren't seeing what you're talking about. People aren't getting to experience your life and how you're feeling and what this business is doing for you and what these products are doing for you. So whether you're having a slow month, trust me, we've all had them. I've had some of the slowest months of my business these past few months, and it's been tough. but I've stayed consistent because I know what's coming from the consistency. So you have to keep that in your mind. This business is a 2 to 5 year. It's not overnight. It's not in a month or 2 months or 3 months. You have to give it time, but you have to know what you're working for. And, you know, I love that Amy said that. If you have to tell yourself your why every single day, do it. Write it down. I have a dream board right up here on my wall. I see it every single day when I get out of bed, and my main goals are on there. So that way it's just reiterated to myself, that's what I'm working for. That's what I'm doing this for. I think that's all I have. Was there anything else you wanted me to talk about? Okay. I'll pass it on.
Oh, I'm unmuted. Sorry, I'm in my bathrobe attire. It's really cold in this room and it's okay. But I just wanted to kind of hit off of what everybody was talking about. If you were on the last Zoom that we did a couple weeks ago, you guys know I kind of like to just blab my mouth and kind of hit it on the head with a little bit of tough love. For me, I say this every single time. I left another company and joined this company. Where I came from and where I am now are two different places. For one, where I am now is 10 times better than where I was, but I like to look and use where I was and where I am now as a way to kind of jumpstart myself every single day. Because when I stop being consistent, I mean, we all have those moments. We all don't want to get up and we all don't want to make 5 posts a day. We all don't want to be on our phone. I mean, sometimes we are on our phones, but we don't want to post about Thrive. We don't want to share this or that. We don't want to do that. And I can tell you right now, you are not the only person. I'm in a whole bunch of other group chats, and there's leaders that are 80K, 200Ks, whatever they are, and they feel the same exact way sometimes. But for me, I know if I stop being consistent with what I'm doing, or even just take a break for like a few weeks, not even, I'm going to lose all the interest that I had, I'm going to lose, because these people that are my audience, they're going to lose interest. They're going to be like, oh, well, she's not posting about how great she's feeling anymore, or how this business opportunity has helped her anymore, so she must have moved on. And I think a lot of us need to realize that this audience that we have, aka your social media, they are watching you every single day, whether you see it or not, whether you get likes, engagement, or anything like that. They are still watching you. They are scrolling past your Facebook posts, and they're going to think about, oh, wow, so-and-so is feeling good again, or whatever it is. So it's really important. This is the whole consistency thing. It is so important, whether it's in your story, on your Facebook timeline, somewhere you need to be posting something about Thrive, how it's helped you, how it's continuing to help you, what you're hoping to gain out of it, whatever it is. Share. If you don't feel like posting, go to the Lavelle fan page and share a story from there. All you got to do is copy the entire post, save the picture, and post it on your Facebook. Boom, you just shared someone else's story. It might not be yours, but you're sharing someone's story and how the 3 steps have helped them, how this business has helped them. And that's seriously so important. Just letting everybody understand like what you're doing. And even if you don't make a post, you don't always have to make a post about Thrive. But I could take a selfie right now and you see my black label on my arm, but I'm not saying nothing about Thrive. It's the little things that you have to kind of play into the whole part of network marketing, social media, becoming and owning and branding yourself. Me and Chelsea and Michaela and Amy and all of us, we're all different people. We all have different passions. We all have different reasonings as to why we're doing what we're doing. So we need to find that. You need to find that if you haven't, and figure it out. If you feel like you're stuck because the same 5 people are liking your post, or the same 5 people are commenting, oh, I wish I could afford that. You need to grow your social media because it's not working. You've tapped into your warm market, meaning those 10 people that keep interacting, they're kind of fed up with it, but they're here to support you, and they're not interested clearly. But this is why it's called social media. So you might think your little 1,000, 2,000 friends you have are all what's out there. No, ma'am. There are millions and millions of people on social media. And pretty soon, like Michaela said 2 weeks ago with our Zoom with Kristen, pretty soon, or maybe Kristen said, I don't remember, there's not going to be commercials. There's not going to be all these advertisements when you're driving down the street. Everything is going to be based off of social media and your phone. So people are always going to be looking. How many of you have your phone in your hand all day long? I know I do. Look, see, Michaela's on the Zoom on her phone. Like, we all have our phones. So just imagine how many people in this world are on their phones. So this is where you really need to take into play how creative you're getting with your posts. We're not all photographers, but there's apps out there with filters and really cool things to make you look. You think I look the way I look? Clearly I don't look like how I look on social media every day, but it don't matter because people don't know that. They don't need to know that. But sometimes I might throw up a all natural selfie to be real, just to know that I'm still here. I'm still the same Abrielle. I might, use photos from last year or when I had a good time in Punta Cana, see, thinking of the future, Cabo or New Orleans or wherever I was. But that's because I'm showing my social media what this business has done for me. This business has taken me to San Diego, has taken me to Mexico, has given me all of you guys as friends that I can count on and come to. And I hope that y'all feel the same way. I'm going to now transition to my next topic, leadership. I know all of you have it in you to be a leader. It is very hard to be a leader. I am struggling with my own self to be a leader because honestly, before this, I really technically was never a leader. So me having 10 plus, 20 plus girls or however many women, I don't know what y'all want me to call you, a part of my team that we have created together, it's a lot to handle sometimes, but it's a responsibility that I knew that I was getting myself into, and I have to continue to step up for you guys. So when you hit 4K, you are an actual rank, and you are becoming a leader. So when you guys are asking questions that leaders should know, meaning how many, I'm not pointing any fingers, or just for an example, how many shakes are in a pack? You should know how many shakes are in a pack. And if you don't know, you need to do some research, because when you hit 12K and when you hit 40K and 80K, you have to know these things. I still have to learn a lot of things myself, but that's why now I'm, working my way up to that point. Little things like that you need to know. But and like I said, so me learning how to be a leader is something that I'm still learning how to do. So sometimes when I might feel distant, I'm very sorry for that, and I apologize for that. But another thing is that I had to just learn myself. If y'all don't ask me or whoever your upline is, or whoever is an upline to you, a leader to you, if y'all don't ask for help or ask like, hey, what are some tips? What are y'all doing for this? Or whatever it is, we are not going to know that you guys are struggling. We are not going to know that you guys need help. We are not going to know nothing. You know why? Because we don't read minds. So if you need me, you need to come to me. You need to text me. You need to text something. You need to shout me out and ask me, Abrielle, I was doing really well, and now I'm just struggling. Please tell me what I need to do. And I will, as soon as I can, help you in every way that I can, because I want all of us to succeed. I don't want to just be stuck where we are, or I don't want you to feel like you're stuck where you are, because Nobody wants to feel that way. And it sucks when you feel that way, but just know, like Amy said, she's not the only one that felt that way. I'm with her on the same page. I felt stuck. I was doing so good. And, you know, I went through some things that kind of held me back a little bit, and I let that get in the way, but I am absolutely done doing that. And we cannot let these little tiny excuses get in the way of really doing big things. What did you say, Chelsea? You said something that I was gonna bounce off of, and I totally just lost my train of thought because kids just came in. Shoot. Oh yeah. If you're not reading something, whether it's the newspaper, Pinterest posts, quotes, whatever it is, to help you feel better about yourself every day, I never knew. You see what? I never knew what self-development was. London, I am on a video. Go. Okay, I'm talking to my friends. I need you to stop. I never knew what self-development was until Michaela. Never paid attention to it. I thought it was reading the Bible. Not that there's anything against that, but I thought it was some real crazy stuff. So when I figured out what it was and really, got into it, wow, that's exactly what my reaction was, is wow, because you can only handle so much as a person, and if you don't find the escape to let that out, you're just gonna bottle it in, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. So when Chelsea says Michaela hears her bad vibes and her negative energy, and then she's good to go, some people can handle it that way. For me, I tend to keep it in as long as I can, and then one little thing triggers it and I start to cry and I get emotional, and then I'm good. But I've had to literally learn that it's okay to do that. It's okay to let it out. It's okay to feel that way, because we're all human. We all have feelings. We all deserve to, express those feelings. So I just wanted to let y'all know, if any of you, whether I am your upline leader or whatever it is, if you need someone to yell at, someone to cry to, someone to just talk to, know that I am not a judgmental person. I will never judge you. I will help you through it as best as I can, and we will figure it out together. And again, I just wanted to apologize for my absency and my consistency on my half, but letting you know right now that's not happening anymore. And I really, really hope that the little strategy that I posted about in Game Changers, we all take advantage of, because I really think that will help a lot of us that are busy or that simply need a little bit more time to kind of like think about our posts genuinely, instead of just posting, oh my God, here's my sticker, try it out. We have to really, really, really figure out a way to connect with our audience. And I think thoroughly thinking about a post before the week's even there, and setting it up and getting it laid out and planned out, being organized, will really, really help a lot of us, be consistent, and B, connect with, your community, your social media, whatever. If Instagram's it, if Facebook's it, if Twitter, I don't even know how to tweet. If that's it, I don't know. But one way or another, I'm willing to help anyone and everyone do that.
And I feel like that's going to be so good for me. Like when you shared that with us, I was like, yes, because that'll help me be accountable.
Yeah.
100. And
it's going to help me too, because I'm doing a lot of different things, and it's okay. I'd like to be moving around, but I also have 2 kids. I also have a household. So we all have things that we need to do. And I feel like even if it's like a Saturday or Sunday, I feel like I'm going to take Sundays as that time to myself to really evaluate what I'm posting, when I'm posting, how I'm posting it, and all that stuff, because I have been slacking, and I am really, 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 really sorry for that, but just know, done.
I
Can I just say,
I want to add on to what you said as far as just like what you posted and planning, and Callie, stop. And just planning everything out. For anybody that's on here and you work full time, I know there are some of us that do. I do. And that might mean waking up earlier than you'd like to, or staying up even an hour later than you want to. But you have to think about this. And I really want everybody that's on here to think about this. Would you bust your ass for 2, 3, 4 years to make $15,000, $25,000, $35,000 a week? I know I would. So if I have to stay up an extra hour at night to plan my posts for the next 3 days, I'm going to do it. If I have to wake up an hour early and read my devotional or pour into myself before I have to get ready for work, I'm going to do it because I know what the end result is. So you always have to be thinking about that. It might not be fun right now, but even in a year's time, being consistent with that self-discipline, you're going to be so much closer to where you want to be than where you started.
Yeah.
And that
if you start this now, it's going to turn into something that you just do. There's no hesitant. There's no, oh my God, I got to do. It's going to turn into you just doing it and doing it because you need to do it and you know you have to do it. And that's creating that leadership that we all need, because when you're personally enrolled or whenever that comes in and your downline sees you being a leader and doing other things that leaders told them about, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to be like her, or I need to start doing that, because those positive attributes that you're doing, they're going to rub off on other people that didn't have those. And I feel like that's where I slacked off. I started slacking off. I saw my girls slacking off. I don't like that. And I had people coming to me telling me, and it really hurts. So I am going to do everything that I can to not do that. And if I'm going through something, we're going to talk about it to whoever I need to talk to about, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to continue killing it like we have been. I know it's been slow and rough, but it's okay. It's
it's
okay.
a season.
Yeah, and it's okay to have them.
Season. Yeah.
It's perfectly okay, and it's perfectly normal. And don't think that because this month or last month or this week or last week is rough for you, it's going to stay this way, because you're going to regret it when a couple months from now rolls around, that tax season hit. I'm just kidding. But when, you know, it gets really good and people are really interested and you're just nowhere to be found because you weren't, you know, being consistent or, you know, talking to those people. I'm sorry, can I just say one more thing?
Go girl,
Yeah.
go.
Okay. If anybody is still watching, I don't really know, or on here, one thing that someone said on the leadership group chat, which I thought was really a good idea, and I think that this will be a good thing to start maybe at the beginning of next month, is go back to when you first started promoting Thrive and sharing the experience, and go back through your messages, your text messages, your Facebook posts, and look at those people that you connected with but didn't connect with, if that makes sense. So they were interested and they said, okay, maybe next week, and you just never got back to them because maybe you forgot, maybe they forgot. Go back through and go to their Facebook page and just start harassing them. No, don't do that. But slowly start to engage with them. So say Amy, I talked to Amy 3 months ago. I totally forgot Amy wanted to buy the full month experience, and she told me to message her next Friday so that we could get the order going, and I totally forgot. 3 months later, I came across our messages, and now I'm going to go to Amy's Facebook page and start liking her stuff. Not all of her stuff, but like the first couple posts, loving it, commenting on her pictures for the next couple days, really, really letting her know like, yo girl, I'm still here. And we're going to reconnect and we're going to rebuild up that connection that we had 3 months ago, and hope to the gods above that she still is interested, and we're just going to start fresh. basically starting fresh. So I think that's something that I have yet to do that I'm going to start doing, because I know I could probably do some things with that. So that's all.
Can I just say one quick thing that I totally forgot about? But in regards to, I forget who said it, I can't remember, but about training and knowing certain things. You guys, if you haven't been in the vault, sign up, get registered, get in there. I had a brand new promoter start, and she immediately went in there. I didn't even tell her. And she is like, she's blown away by all of this training. So if you haven't got in, I've watched a few of the videos myself, and these leaders took time to create this place for all of us to have incredible training from the top leaders of the company. So do yourselves a favor. If you haven't done that, do it tonight as soon as you get off here, because it's super, super helpful. So that's all I wanted to say, because knowledge is power, you guys. That's it.
And I just want to add one thing on the consistency thing. I have been, this just because it just popped up my message. I had sold a mini to a girl last Christmas, and minis was how I basically paid for Christmas last year. And she just messaged me, and she's going to order tonight.
Oh.
A year. Y'all, she's been watching me for a year, ignoring my messages. Like, not that I've, like, bombarded her, but I'll just message her here or there. Even just if I see it was her daughter's birthday, hey, happy birthday to, JC or whatever. But a year later. So that's why it's so important to be consistent. That's crazy. That made me excited. But does anybody have any questions or anything they want to add? Oh, no. Oh my gosh, you messaged me again. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to cough. All right. Well, if everybody's done, we're going to make this a weekly thing. We're going to switch it to Wednesdays, because a lot of us were talking, and I know Sundays were hard. Sundays are typically a family day. And just with the holidays coming up, Sundays can be a difficult day. So every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, we will be on here talking about all different sorts of things. We will probably be approaching some of you to talk about different things. And I think that's really something huge, is to get everybody to kind of step out of their comfort zone. 8 Central Standard Time, because that's the earliest I can get my kids to bed. So I think that's 9 Eastern, right? And I don't know what it is Mountain Time, so y'all over there got to figure that out. But we will be on here. So I hope you guys have a really good night and finish this month strong. Bye.